Hi, I'm Tarun and I'd like to welcome you all for the launch of 450X Gen 3 today. If you think about all that we've built at Ather over the last few years, starting from the original 450 to the 450X, it has been like starting from a clean slab of marble, right? It's an empty slot and it requires extreme clarity of vision and a very strong conviction to hammer away at that slab of marble and bring to life the form that you had imagined on day one, right? That's what building the 450 and the 450X was for people like us. These are both outstanding products that changed the industry, pushed the specs up, created amazing community love, and pretty much kick-started the EV revolution in India today. Where to go from there, right? Because there's a pretty high benchmark. You have an amazing form in place already, right? You take that form and you start chiseling at all the little details that have a massive impact. Details that will make this form perfect. Details that will finish your story completely, right? That's what today's launch is about. Today's launch is a story of perfecting an amazing product, the 450X. We're going to be telling you about a lot of little things that are coming together to have a massive impact. Stories that will take the 450X to perfection. And all these things are impacting largely three themes for us today. They are performance, consistency, and convenience. Pretty much the product story at Ather. Starting with performance. Since the launch of 450X, 85% of our customers are buying the higher end variant, right? Presumably for the warp mode performance and the sport mode performance they get on the X, right? But funnily, only 18% of the users are using warp and sport mode as the dominant mode. Now this boggles the mind. And this is not great because we designed these modes to be the dominant mode. We designed you to enjoy the vehicle with these modes, right? But somehow you're not able to enjoy them enough. What's happening? We thought a lot about it. And what we started realizing is that the longer the trips that you took, lesser was your willingness to use performance modes on the vehicle. Once you hit a point where you couldn't do a full days of distance on the warp mode or the sport mode, you just stopped using these modes altogether. And once you moved to the economy modes, you were not coming back. So to fix this, the problem was obvious, the solution was obvious. We had to build a bigger battery. We had to make sure you could go on a full day on these modes primarily. With that in mind, we're introducing our new generation battery, which has 25% more capacity. Our capacity moves up from 2.9 kilowatt hour to 3.7 kilowatt hour. Another upside is it also comes with a 20% longer life and far better thermals. And all of this put together means that for those of you who want to ride longer, the certified range of the vehicle now goes up to 146 kilometers. And more importantly, the true range of the vehicle crosses the psychological mark of 100 and now is at 105 kilometers on the vehicle, right? But this also means that not only the numbers have gone up in the eco and the ride mode significantly, it also means now in the performance modes, sport and warp, numbers have now gone up significantly, and now 94% of our users can always ride in the warp mode alone. Literally none of your riding needs, no trip that you have ever taken or will likely take will need more than 65 kilometers. So warp mode could literally be the default mode. We built this vehicle for you to enjoy more, and we hope with this change, you will be able to use it to its maximum capacity and capability. Building up on performance, the 450X is an amazing benchmark, not just in acceleration, but also ride and handling. Built on a first of its kind aluminum frame, an extremely low center of gravity and amazing weight distribution, X handles turns better than almost any other scooter in the market today. But we always knew that we could squeeze a little bit more out of this. And with that in mind, we're introducing performance tires as standard for 450X Generation 3 this point onwards. Right? Co-developed with MRF, these tires come with a better compound and improved tread profiles that give you a 22% better grip in almost all weather conditions. What is 22% better grip? 22% better grip means you can lean far more in turns, and that means you can take a turn like this at almost a 10 kmph higher top speed with the exact same level of confidence and comfort. Grippier tires also mean better braking. You will now be able to stop from a speed of, let's say, 60 to 0, almost 20% faster. That's almost a 4-meter reduction, and that means you can start braking almost 0.3 seconds later than what you would have done otherwise. What is 0.3 seconds? It seems small, but 300 milliseconds is literally human reaction time. And that means with these new tires, this could literally be the difference between you getting enough time to react to an emergency and missing that opportunity. The next thing we want to talk about is consistency. This is a massively underrated aspect in EVs, right? Everybody's blindly chasing specs, right? But chasing specs is not just good enough. What is important is for you to be able to deliver on that spec consistently, right? Not just hit a top speed, but maintain that top speed for long durations. And that's very hard. And that's something that we have always cared at Ather a lot about, and we've built into our products right from day one. The new battery pack, for example, it does not just improve range, it also improves thermal performance dramatically. It means that the X can maintain its power throughout your ride, irrespective of terrain, temperature, or load. Right? Let me give an example that brings this out really well. The 450X Gen 2 performs really well not just on flat roads, but even mountain roads like this. Arguably, the current 450X can do mountains like this better than almost any electric or even petrol scooter in the country, right? That's what we designed this originally with. But then we grew up and we realized you won't go up on a beautiful mountain road like this alone, right? It won't be a solo ride like this. You will have a friend or maybe a better half along with you on this journey, right? That's what you wanted to now fix, right? With the move up to Gen 3, you can maintain the same level of consistent performance as in Gen 2, now even with a pillion. Consistency, though, is a very tricky piece. Lots of small things can mess it up significantly, as we realized in our research. One of the big things that popped out that were playing around with the consistency of the vehicle was something as small as the tire pressure in your vehicles. The problem of incorrect tire pressures is far more common than you might imagine. Right? In our research, almost 66% of people are driving around with, and this problem is even worse for electric vehicles because unlike petrol vehicles, we never take EVs to a petrol station, which is where air machines are. Right? So you don't get enough opportunities to refill pressures in your tires enough. How much is the problem of a 20% drop in tire pressure? A 20% drop from 30 to 24 psi in the case of Ather drops your range by almost 18%, drops your performance, which is your acceleration, by almost 7%, and makes your handling worse by almost 20%, right? So your handling will feel so much more stiffer. With these numbers, this is not even the same vehicle at this point, right? So this is an incredibly important problem to solve to deliver consistency. To solve this, we're launching our first accessory for the day, Ather Tire Pressure Monitoring System. This solution is integrated, unlike every other solution that you can buy externally, which are usually externally fitted. This one is integrated inside your tire, right? And so it is far more accurate, it is invisible, and is also theft-proof. Right? It's also much better than any other solution you can buy on the market because of the really good integration with the dashboard on your vehicle and the mobile app, both of which will flag updates on your tire pressures in real time. The third theme for today is convenience, starting with rear-view mirrors. Our current RVMs were built on the philosophy of the 450 with single-cast aluminum designed as a natural extension to the vehicle and to provide convenience and adjustability. Right? We love them. We've loved them over 4 years now. But after in-field usage, we kind of realized that we could do much better on visibility and reliability. And with that in mind, we are introducing the new 450X rear-view mirrors. With a stunning design and a beautiful aluminum structure, these stay true to the 450 design language and philosophy while improving on visibility by almost 2x and reliability by almost 5x. This means for somebody who's 6 feet tall can see almost 2 lanes extra behind them. Right? And as an acknowledgement for our older customers, these also come backward compatible with all 450s that we have ever sold. Right? Moving forward, another big upgrade that we have today is on the dashboard. Basically, we are doubling the RAM, but the actual impact is far more than 2x. Because of the way memory works, fixed usage of memory, application space is almost 5x now. Right? This is enabling faster interactions across the board, as you can see in zooming out, starting navigation, and updating settings across. In the coming months, this also unlocks multiple new opportunities and many interesting possibilities like offline maps, voice commands, multiple language support, richer graphics, deeper diagnostics, and even running multiple apps in parallel. And now, the most asked for feature in our 4 years at Ather, the side step. Designed to integrate seamlessly with the X-Car design, made of single cast aluminum again for sturdiness and clean aesthetics, combined with a soft rubber finish which provides an extremely firm grip. This is easily the most beautiful side step in the industry by far today. It captures attention to detail in almost every aspect there, right? It blends in so well with the design of the scooter. It's like it's there when you need it, but practically invisible when you don't, right? It's also, given the aluminum construction and the cast aluminum construction, unlike typical side steps, which are made of flimsy steel or steel tubes, those tend to warp, which means after a few months of usage, if you close your side step, you're always handling them with your hands, right? These will never warp. These are cast structures, right? So they will be a genuine hands-free operation for their life. Finally, as we come to the end of our presentation today, folks, as you saw, from the significantly upgraded battery pack to the amazing new tires to fixing something as simple but as critical as tire pressures to the beautiful RVMs and the side step, and finally the upgrade of RAM on the dashboard, this has been a story of small but extremely impactful changes across the board that are perfecting the 450X. Right? We're extremely proud of what this product has become, and we're super excited about you experiencing this. For a change, we've got our operations in order, which means test rides begin starting today at all our experience centers across the country. You can buy both the 450X Gen 3 and the Plus Gen 3 at these prices in these cities. There are many more cities, we can't put them all in one slide. And unlike every other EV launch in recent times, this time you can actually start buying the vehicle from tomorrow onwards itself. Right? Very excited about you experiencing this and hope to meet you guys all soon. Thank you.